Okay, this is for the 6.3. This would be exploring polynomials. We're going to go over number 1. Number 1 says the relative maximum, the relative minimum. So the first thing, to give you a relative maximum and a relative minimum, the first thing I would do is put the equation into Desmos. Here is your relative maximum, so that would be at negative 5, 7. Your relative minimum is down here at negative 2.33 and negative 2.48. Those are relative maximum and minimums are numbers that you can actually see that are on the graph there. Then you have what's called an absolute maximum. That would be how high does this graph actually go. And if we zoom out, it goes all the way to infinity. You can see it continues forever and ever. So the absolute maximum is infinity, and the absolute minimum would be negative infinity. So if you look, the relative maximum, it goes up to 7. The relative minimum, the lowest it goes right in here, is to negative 2.48. But the absolute maximum is infinity, and the absolute minimum is negative infinity. The next thing is the domain and range. Domain is left to right, so this graph would continue on to the left and continue on to the right forever and ever. So the domain would be all real numbers, and then up and down is your range. This graph would continue down forever and ever and up forever and ever. So your range is also going to be all real numbers, which leaves you with the interval where it's increasing and decreasing. So you're thinking left to right on this. So the far left that the graph could ever be is negative infinity. So this graph is increasing from negative infinity all the way until it gets to negative 5. Remember, we're thinking about the x's here. So it's increasing from negative infinity all the way over to the right until it gets to negative 5. Once it gets to negative 5, it is then decreasing from negative 5 all the way until it gets to the right to negative 2.333. So again, increasing from negative infinity to negative 5, then decreasing from negative 5 to negative 2.333. And then at negative 2.333, it is then increasing again all the way to the right to positive infinity. So increasing from negative infinity to negative 5, decreasing from negative 5 to negative 2.333, and then increasing from negative 2.333 all the way to positive infinity. All right, and that should help you. You should go do the same things with the other problems on this worksheet.